Just waking up, about to get this coffee, creatine going. I get mine from First Form, pure, clean, micronized monohydrate. No bloat, no none of that. Now when it comes to creatine, there's really no like specific time you have to take it. Most people take it before their workout. You can literally take it anytime throughout your day. Let's see if I can get this set up for you. No sugars, sweeteners, anything like that. So let's throw some butter in there. Kerrygold. This around in there. You know, if you haven't done this before, it sounds pretty fucking nasty, to be honest with you. But it's really not that bad. Yeah, excuse we gotta put an air hood right here above the stove, but it's hard for us to find a 360 one. I already drank 2 tall glasses of water, so I've gotten my water done already when I first wake up. Now after my stretch, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I don't know if I'm gonna work out at home or I might go take a class at F45. Don't know yet. So we'll see what happens. What's going on? So this time, when I do this 75 hard, I'm gonna document it. Been fucking around a bit for the past few months, so I need to get right back on track extremely quick. Listened to some Wes Watson this morning. So one of my 45-minute workouts is going to be an outside stretch. The outside portion is going to be stretching. I'm going to be grounding myself out here in the grass. During my stretch, reading a book, waking up to some coffee and creatine. Now as far as the diet goes, so for those that don't know what 75 hard is, 75 days straight, no days off. Basically you got to stick to a diet, any diet of your choice, but don't choose like a bullshit, oh, I'm gonna do a fucking Twinkie diet. That shit don't work. You pick a diet of your choice, gallon of water a day, read 10 pages of a personal development book, no alcohol, and you take a progress photo every day, which I have not taken yet. So I'm gonna try to document as many days as I can with the 75 hard thing, and it kind of does suck because you got Halloween, Thanksgiving. Today is September 30th. September 30th. So October, November, I'll be done just before Christmas. Thanksgiving's gonna probably be the worst part for me. And that, I already finished my 10 pages. Finished my morning stretch, about to get into a 45-minute workout. Now for my workouts, what I'm doing my workouts this time, and you don't have to stick to like a workout plan, you just have to work out for 45 minutes twice a day, one of them outside. My workout plan, I usually do sets, I do reps, I do, you know, traditional workout formats, but I'm gonna go with time this time, and I'm gonna test this theory out. Especially me being on carnivore diet, I'm doing the carnivore diet again, but I'm not gonna be super strict. I'm still gonna use spices and things of that nature. I did with no spices or sauces or seasonings, unless it was sea salt, that's all I used. I'm not gonna do that this time. I'll probably hold off on the sauces, but as far as spices and seasonings and stuff, I'll probably stick with that. More like herbs and spices kind of thing. Just because chewing on an unseasoned steak over and over and over gets really exhausting, and liver's terrible, you know, and you kind of do need liver with that diet. So for the workouts, I'm gonna test this theory with muscle growth, stimulated for growth between 40 and 70 seconds of constant tension. That constant time under tension, 40 to 70 seconds of intense time under tension. And you know, I've grown to think about it. Okay, so when you are growing muscle, your usual sets are, you know, between 8 to 12, you know, legs can go up to 15 to 20, same with calves. Now if you're going with a heavy weight and you're struggling on those final reps, usually you get to about that 40 to 50 second marker. So I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna look for failure. I'm gonna find a weight to where I'm looking for failure between that time frame, not so much the sets. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give that a shot. That's basically how it's gonna go. And you know, we got a lot of work to do within the meantime. I got a garage to clean. I got a house to finish. Got all kinds of shit going on. don't want to miss to this. So that's why it's 75 hard, because if it was easy, everybody would do it. Oh yeah, and by the way, the book I'm reading to start things off, and if you ever do need, like, I've read more this year than I have my entire life. I'm reading it right now. I'm reading Man Up by Bedros Keuilian. I listen to his podcast, The Empire Podcast. Check it out. It is a good one for entrepreneurs. And if you ever need any book recommendations, I got you. Need help with anything at all, have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm about to get this workout started. Just finished a 45-minute workout. Now, what I did notice going with time base is I gotta use a little less weight. It's a little bit less weight. From curls, shoulder, I did back, biceps, and shoulders. So with all three, had to lower that weight. Now, to compensate with the time is, so you bring the weight up, bring it down nice and slow, nice stretch, right back up, bring it down nice and slow, doing that for every single rep. It's gonna keep that time under tension. That way you're not just repping it out and then you got 40 fucking reps within those 40 seconds. It's just completely unnecessary. Now, when you're doing that, keep that time under tension. That's what that's for. Because people forget, man, you miss out on half the workout when you just drop that weight down. No matter what exercise you're doing, you bring that weight down, you're missing out on half the workout. Keep that tension both up and down. And I'll be continuing the rest of my day. Gonna go make probably some eggs and bacon, something like that. But again, carnivore diet, nothing but animal products. Since the world is so offended right now, I might as well choose the most offensive fucking diet to eat. One of the questions I get most is, how does the diet go? So as far as breakfast goes, pretty fucking simple. What you'd usually do for breakfast, just without the waffles and pancakes and syrup and all the shit, with a glass of Fairlife. So I drink the shit out of this. You can see 13 grams of protein a serving, 7 servings. You got almost 100 grams of protein per bottle. So I at least got about 20 grams of protein in this glass. So about 60 grams of protein, maybe even closer. Alright, so I eat here, and I'll pretty much just be going over everything with you since it is day one, and I just want to be pretty transparent about everything, just so later on, if you do have questions, it's actually like questions I haven't answered yet. So it goes. I don't really weigh my food, never have, and honestly I don't plan on competing or anything like that, so I probably never will, nor do I really have my clients do that. It's more portion control based. Because if you know you shouldn't fucking eat it, don't eat it. As far as portion control, I've been doing it long enough, so I'm like, alright, this much of this much is kind of this much. As far as servings go, the dieting is, I was going to keep simple guidelines. It's not very strict for the most part. First thing in the morning, protein, period. Protein is key. I don't give a fuck, even my clients. I care a lot about your macros and hitting your macros as close as possible, but the main thing I'm worried about is the protein. That's what's going to keep your muscle from going away, and it's going to keep your muscle coming. As far as carbs and fats and all that, personally I think fats are more important than carbs, because I think your hormones are far more important than, I guess, your energy, if you do operate on a carb source of energy. But carbs are just, people think too much about them. Realistically, if you know you shouldn't eat it, don't eat it. The best diet is honestly the one you're going to do. This diet realistically isn't better than this diet and this diet and this diet. Now if you're doing it for, underlying health condition reasons, where you're going, fucking carnivore or anything like that because you have diabetes or things of that nature, if you have allergies or autoimmune disease, that's something totally different. Well, if you're just looking to make a transformation, just pick something, stick to it, go. It's really as simple as that. It's not, oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? How many times a day should I eat? Eat frequently, eat clean, eat when you're hungry, and just keep that going. Make sure you're protein focused. Seriously, when you look at your plate, make sure everything is mostly protein. If you're trying to lose weight, stay away from anything white, bleached, enriched, has sugars, fat-free. Fuck fat-free. Don't even listen to fat-free. But, and if you are eating carbs, only eat carbs around your workouts or when you're, you know, when you're active, when you have a high level of activity. That's the only time you need carbs. You don't need carbs first thing in the morning, unless you're working out first thing in the morning. Because at the end of the day, when you eat all those carbs first thing in the morning, you're gonna crash by lunch. Every time. That's why I really don't, I mean, even when I'm not on carnivore diet, this is usually what I eat. I don't know if I showed you, but just some eggs, bacon, some milk. And usually I really don't have the milk, but it's almost noon and I really haven't eaten anything besides post-workout protein. So I'll squeeze that in there. But knocking this out. Got the wife set up with her coffee. She's about to start sewing. Got her hair business going, miyokobaby.com. If you're looking for any high-end baby clothes, baby boutique clothing line, we got started. Kids are about to be running out here in the garage with me in about 30 minutes once they realize they're done with their food. And I'm gonna be stuck with these kids all day.